Thank you, Ciarán. Sorry. Last year, my colleagues in the Senate Independent Group and I put down a motion to name the Children's Hospital after Dr Kathleen Lynn. The motion was held without debate and was passed by the Seanad. It was a rare moment of partisanship with members of the opposition, and I'm happy to be speaking on this again today. Dr Kathleen Lynn was an incredible woman whose life reflected the development of the Irish state. Many women who contributed to the struggle for Irish independence were erased from history or had their roles downplayed. In recent years, historians, journalists and now politicians like ourselves have made attempts to pay tribute to their legacy. In my speech today, I will provide a brief summary of the life of Kathleen Lynn. Hopefully, it will become evident why the hospital should be named after her. Dr Lynn contributed to the Rising in 1916 by being the Chief Medical Officer for the Irish Citizen Army and ran one of the most important hospitals for children's health in the early years of the Irish state. Dr Lynn was a Sinn Féin politician, activist and medical doctor. She was born in County Mayo to a wealthy Church of Ireland family. Dr Lynn first became politically active while working in Liberty Hall during the 1913 lockout. She worked with Countess Markovich and others in the soup kitchens. At that time, she also associated with James Connolly. Eventually, she served in Connolly's Irish Citizen Army in 1916. In addition to this, she was also involved in the suffragette movement. In 1916, she used her car to run guns into Dublin weeks before the Rising. Dr Lynn was also stationed at City Hall. From this post, she treated the wounded. The position was recaptured by the British forces on the evening of Easter Monday. After this, Dr Lynn was arrested and imprisoned in Ship Street, Richmond Barracks, Kilmainham and Mountjoy Jail. Dr Lynn also served as an executive and anti-treaty Sinn Féin TD in Dáil Éireann between 1923 and 1927. However, she didn't take her seat in the Dáil Éireann due to the fact that she adhered to the abstentionist policy. Instead of taking her seat, she committed herself to other important causes. Dr Lynn and female members of Sinn Féin helped to establish the St Ultan's Children's Hospital. At the time, the care of infants was a high priority by the medical professions in general. Infant mortality rates were very high and paediatric care was in its early stages of development. Despite the continued opposition of the male-dominated Irish medical establishment, Dr Lynn worked tirelessly for the poor and the oppressed, helped provide quality medical care, conducted research into the causes of tuberculosis and ultimately helped manage wide-scale vaccination. A sharp reduction in the disease is credited to her. In her personal life, she was an advocate for the Irish language within the Church of Ireland. In many aspects, she is a person who represents many groups in our nation. I would ask my colleagues to support this motion today, and I know, Mary, you've done significant work, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank our colleagues in the gallery today for all the work that you've done in relation to this. So I want you to support this motion, not just to pay tribute to the important work done by Dr Kathleen Lynn, but also to help commemorate all women who helped to develop Ireland into the country that it is today. And I'm a little bit disappointed to hear Senator Sean talk about Kathleen Lynn in the manner he spoke today. I'm sure if Fine Gael were in government, they may even name their hospital Heather Humphrey Hospital or Helen McEntee Hospital when their new leader comes in. But at this moment in time, this particular woman has contributed so much to the history of this state, and I think it's a fitting tribute, and everybody has agreed in here to name this hospital after Kathleen Lynn. Thank you.